Hope y'all don't mind a little music. This is Warpath. Be advised we have additional choppers from the 160.
Hello there, Sir from 17 once again, bringing you the final chapter in my Homefront Guerilla difficulty video walkthrough. And this is chapter 7, entitled Golden Gate. And what's going to happen is you're going to jump in this chopper, and the first thing you'll notice is this is the music from the intros of this guide. And the reason for that is because I couldn't find any other parts of the game that had a pretty catchy tune or some nice orchestral moments. And this level actually has some really nice music on it, some really epic music while you're killing dudes. The only problem is I didn't get a chance to record it without gunshots and dudes screaming, so unfortunately I had to use this bit. But this is the last stand before you beat the game, and it's a really fun level. I think this is probably my favourite level of the game. And it's not too challenging, so don't worry if you're not enjoying Guerilla and it's kicking your ass, because this is not too bad. It's more fun than anything else. Because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be storming a little base camp, then we're going to be climbing up the Golden Gate Bridge legs, and then we're going to be going across the underside and the top of the bridge itself. So it's nice and epic, and there's a nice little standoff at the end, and a couple of bullshit moments. But straight away what you've got to do is when you swing around here on the chopper, you'll see some guys over near the legs of the bridge. You just fire your noob tube at them and cheese them off the bridge. And I don't think you're in any real threat here unless a ton of the RPG guys manage to hit you. I've never died on this moment, so I don't think you should either. Or you should either, should I say. And just, noob tube away. Just keep noob tubing. And this is probably the closest this game will ever get to Modern Warfare 2. Because I don't know if anybody's played that shit lately, but that is all you see. Commando knifers, snipers, and noob tubers. And it's it's unbelievable to see those people that sit on like a domination in a fucking window 2 miles away, firing the noob tubes, one-man army into the next perk, the next class, sorry, only to fire the noob tubes, and they're just bombarding like B-flag constantly for the entire game, and they go like 6-0 and think they've had a good game. It's like if you're listening to this and you're one of those people that does that, kill yourself. Just kill yourself, cause we're not gonna lose a can secure with you. We really aren't. And if that's the type of person you are, you're probably as cuddly as an airwalk with dysentery. So I have no love for you whatsoever. But it ruins the game, and I know blooming what's the name, Infinity Ward put it in there for a reason, for it to be a valid strategy, but I don't know, I can't get behind that. And the fact that Infinity Ward have refused to patch pretty much anything, in fact I think they've just come out with a patch, it's only been what, 2 years? That's a nice turnaround for a development team that made millions off of IP. But anyway, enough with that shit. Right now, if you come into this building, you can snipe these dudes through these windows quite easily with adequate cover, and you shouldn't have any problems with this section. You'll notice that there's a corrugated gate to the front end of this base, and that's where they spawn from. Right there, where I'm looking now, they will come from that area, and I think you actually have to push up on this moment because I start noob tubing them as they spawn, and they just keep on coming. So the best thing to do is to thin the numbers out and push onwards as quickly as you can, and you'll do this bit a little bit quicker than I do. So here I go, single shot in the ACR, which is a really cool feature. It's not quite as cool as Rainbow Six Vegas, where you can actually choose the firing function, because then you wouldn't have to fuck about, because I am a fan of, single shot and three shot burst. Ooh, goodness me, nearly got cleaned up then. But yeah, it's just all about using your cover intelligently, and not being too impatient, because this is a game that will punish you for impatience. And as soon as you get a light machine gun, this part's going to be significantly easier, because you can turn into a god and start nailing dudes from ridiculous distances with a one-hit kill weapon. But as soon as you push here, there's going to be a bit of talking, and you guys are gonna carry on doing their thing. Just ignore me now. You don't have to come down here. I'm just running about, 'cause that's what I do on games. And now we've fought to the bridge, we have to do this section. And this section's a little bit weird. What you need to do is you need to follow the path I do perfectly, because if you don't, there's a tank that's going to shoot you. And you can die right here where I am, but for whatever reason the tank didn't hit me. And in here, there's a couple of guys behind the bunk beds, bunk beds, sorry, and there's a couple of guys that spawn when you come in. So make sure you either noob tube or you use your grenades, and be careful of the windows because the tank can still see you, and he's a dickhead, so he's going to try and hurt you as much as he can. So just take this as intelligently as possible, and when you push around here, make sure you go behind the crate. So there you go, there's the tank, showing me that he's still there. And when you come in here, it's the exact same as the other cabin. There's going to be guys that spawn, and guys that are already here. So if you noob tube them or grenade them, then you can run straight over to where it says pick up, and you can pick up the rocket launcher and kill the tank. And this looks really easy, what I've just done there. That's pretty much the best way to do this, but the first time I played this level, I was getting fucked up. And it's just because I didn't know the best way to approach it. If you do what I'm doing right now, you should have no troubles with this section. Just be aware, if you stay in those windows too long, that tank will kill you. He will kill you so quick, you know. There'll only be teeth left, you'll die that fast, it's ridiculous. The dude just rapes you. But once that's done, you come over to Reznov, and he's going to open this gate here so we can climb up to the bridge and continue this level. And I don't know if they've left this game open to be a franchise, because when you get to the top of the bridge, this is a bit of a spoiler if you actually care about the storyline, you make a significant push, and you manage to I don't even really know what they achieved, aside from assailing San Francisco, which has been held by the Korean troops. But anyhow, it pulls away from the bridge after you've just done a big major push with the military, and you've won some ground back. You've done the war of attrition, and you've managed to get a little bit more momentum. And then it pans out, and you hear a news report from England, basically from London, saying how American revolutionaries have made a push. The freedom resistance have made a push against the Korean oppressors, and they've managed to take back the Golden Gate Bridge. And then it goes on to say how the UK is mobilising its troops to help its companion across the sea. So it's obviously hinting that in the sequel it's going to have something to do with the UK sending troops across to hopefully push this war in America's favour. And I don't know if they're hinting at that it's going to be a franchise or another game. It seems like it's going to be. And in all honesty, I would definitely like to see another Homefront, because it's not the best game you're ever going to play, but it's fun enough. And I know there's a lot of people that believe that the first-person shooter market's oversaturated, but I mean, just look at Doom. Doom came out, Doom 2 came out, Quake came out, Quake 2 came out, Quake 3 came out, Quake 4 came out, Unreal came out, blah 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 blah, and they were just reeling that shit off, and predominantly they were all the same game. They all had big fucking guns, they all had ugly looking enemies, and they all featured exactly the same mechanics, and it just seems to be the way the industry works until some innovators come and mix it up. And you can't always have those games that are going to mix it up every time. I mean, look at Mirror's Edge. Fantastic concept, execution not quite as good as it could have been, and thus pretty poor sales, so they probably won't ever make a sequel, which is a damn shame, because if that game had been refined, it could have been something truly unique and truly special, and instead it was frustrating as balls and semi-enjoyable. When you come in here, that guy always rushes you. You can knife him if you want to save your ammo, but I panic shot him then. And when you cruise in here, there's going to be a guy on a balcony and a guy behind that green crate, so make sure you know they're there and clean them up. If they shoot first, they'll probably kill you, and the checkpoint on this section's a bit of a pain in the ass because it's before you push the side of the bridge, so you're literally going to have to kill a ton of the abseiling guys and then come back into this room. But take it slowly, eke out, use him as bait so that he shows you where the enemies are, and never rely on him to kill an enemy because he's fucking useless. That's like relying on old age to kill your enemy. It's just not going to work this century. But clean through here. I mean, look at this light machine gun. It just kills folk. It don't care who you are. It's just going to punch a hole in your face. And you don't have to shoot the guys on that balcony, I don't think, because I think that chopper swings around and kills them. But I do it anyway, because I'm like a piece of iron, as Ivan Drago once said. Keep following Reznov. Keep checking out, the pretty piss poor draw distance that they've disguised with mats. And push up on here. And enjoy the music, because it really starts to build tempo here. So you're like, this is the final stand. This is us trying to make a statement against these Korean guys. And when I say Korean guys, I'm not being offensive towards actual Korean people, because Korean people are probably very nice. These Korean people aren't, so blame the game, not me. And then just keep pushing round here. Make sure that you've still got ammo in your light machine gun, and just be careful of your corners, because this game relies on the fact that you don't know where the enemies are to try and fuck you up. And right now is going to be a perfect example of it. So you'll notice I eke my way into the room, and I nearly pay for it because I went too far in the room. It's as simple as that. And I was exposed, and they were in cover. And them guys there, those ones that are kind of in the beige outfit, the burgundy trousers and that, they remind me of the red dudes off of Time Crisis. You know, the guys that actually hurt you. I don't know why, they just really do. And when you push through here, be careful of him and his buddy, but the light machine gun, good night, son, that's all you need to say. And then just keep pushing around here, and it's just repeat, repeat, repeat. See them guys up on the balcony, clean them up with your light machine gun. Just do your thing, nice and simple. And what my plan is once I've got this uploaded, this is going to be uploaded kind of slow. The reason for that is my internet provider at this moment in time, I don't know if my area's, you know, under a shade, some kind of fucking solar flare that's not giving us the full potential, but the internet's really slow recently, and it's really starting to piss me off. And generally what I do to get around this is I'll go to an external source to upload, which has got a much faster connection than I do, and I'll go and utilise that. But at this moment in time I can't get to that source, so I've got to do them from home. And I'm currently waiting on UFC 128, which is a pain in the ass because that's taking forever. And I'm not going to be uploading while I do that because it'll just fuck my connection doubly. So I'm going to get these up as quickly as I can, because I want them up because they're pretty enjoyable videos and hopefully they'll help my channel. And then once that's done, I'm going to start getting some commentaries for it. I'm going to play a ton of ground control, I'm going to play as much team deathmatch as I can, and if I can get anybody that I know on the game with me, I'm going to run with the team if any of my friends get the game. And I'm probably going to get maybe 10 to 20 commentaries, even if they're poor games, just because this game looks like you die a lot, but you're supposed to, because it's all about, you know, holding territories and helping your team. And I'm just going to try and get, you know, the most enjoyable stuff I can from it. And then fingers crossed Killzone 3 will arrive in the post, and I'll be able to do that one, and do the same with that. And then after that it's going to be Castlevania, because I'm 6 chapters into my recording run, so I'm halfway through the game that I've recorded. And it's going pretty easily, it's going pretty fun as well, so I should have that up quickly. And then I think it's going to be Crysis 2 when that comes out, and hopefully I'll get a little bit luckier with my rentals so that I get Crysis 2 dead early and I can throw that guide up for you, because I know people are going to be wanting that, and I know it's something that people want to see. And when you move up onto this bridge here, where I'm shooting those guys directly across there, they seem to spawn from there. I think it's like a monster closet, because look at them, they're just queuing up. And I don't know if you've got to kill a set amount of dudes here or what, but what's going to happen, to my left, a bunch of tanks are going to roll in, and they're going to basically push the game forward and push the checkpoint. And before that happens, I would just say, don't expose yourself, here come the tanks, just stay in as good a cover as you can, and let the tanks do all the hard work. Because they're going to do it either way, and this way it saves you dying. And I don't think the tanks can run you over, because this is not Battlefield Bad Company, which is bullshit. Fucking tanks running you over. And just kill dudes, push up, as soon as you get the checkpoint you know you're safe and you can carry on. And this next bit is a little bit more challenging, because you're going to be taking on dudes that have got vastly superior cover to you, and they're really accurate, so just do your thing. But that's probably going to be coming up in the next video, because we're coming to the end of the first part here. So once again guys, thank you for watching my video. If you take the time to comment, rate or do any of that, you're an absolute star, and I'll love you forever. And if there's anything you want to ask me, any questions that you've got, feel free to ask. I try to reply to every comment I get, I'm not a conceited wanker. And just thank you for your time, you make this channel what it is.